Hey everybody, Danelle with Danelle Stitchery here. And as you see, I got my girl Janice over here.
Hey, hey everyone.
So today we are just going to sit here and chat and sew and hang out.
Yep,
No major agenda, just hanging out.
yep.
So before we get started, let me go through the chat and say hey to everybody. We got Michelle and Linda, our cell lady, Denise. Oh look, there's Janice.
Yes, I'm in the chat.
Yeah, I seen you out there. I'm like, did you get the
Hey Debbie.
And then we got Mike and Debbie
Hi
and
Mike.
Mommy Debbie and Jess. See here, Mary G, Denise Feigl, Mary G again, Deb
Hello.
S, and Auntie Joydy.
Hey Joy T.
So, yes, I turned completely, went all wild and crazy on my hair, people. I'm no longer a brunette. I got sick of the brown.
Oh, I love the red. Is it red? I love it.
Yep, it's like a purplish red, purplish pinkish red.
Mm-hmm.
It's got purple and pink highlights inside of a deep dark red. So I love doing my deep burgundy red. And this
Mm-hmm.
time I took my husband and son with me and I let him, I'm like, okay, I want red. Pick out a box. Pick out a color you like. I
Nice.
put it on, and right before I was renting out, I walked in their bathroom and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, ugh. Oh my God. I'm like, this is going to take some adjustments.
I like it. I like it. It's
I
nice.
love it now. It was just a little bit of a sticker shock value when I first rinsed it out. I'm like, oh my word, I've not done this dark in a long time.
I actually want to go blonde. I want to cut off all this hair and go blonde.
Oh my goodness, that would look so cute on you.
That's what I think, but hubby doesn't agree, so I'm trying to get him there.
Well, I mean, you could always do like I always do. Just tell my husband, like, listen, I'm the one that has to look at it every morning in the mirror. If I'm not happy, nobody's happy.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see here. Hey, Junebug. And thank you to everybody that's commented on my hair.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. I'm gonna tell him that you said that. Hey,
Yes, I
go
agree.
talk to Mike.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Hey, Rob. I
Hi,
finally got it right
Rob.
the first time. I always mistakenly call him Russ on the first time every single time. I finally got it right the first time. I gotta mark this on the calendar. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, just like
Hi,
Jordy says, change is
Jordan.
good and it
Yeah,
always grow back.
always, always. And
Yes.
I'm not attached. I'm not attached to hair. I get tired of it. So
Yeah, the way I look at it, you
yeah,
know, if I dye it and I don't like it, there's always another box.
yep, yes.
There's always a redo. Hey, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Alrighty. So what are you working on today, girl?
All right, so I'm not at home, but I did travel with a charm pack.
Ooh, that is
One.
beautiful. I love all those
And
flowers.
then I have some black strips. I'm just going to be sewing random.
Awesome sauce. So I'm working on my pinwheel one and everything that um I was doing before on my video where I was making the 10 at a time or 8 at a time pinwheels.
Mm-hmm.
So these are my pinwheels
Yeah, nice.
and I am sashing them with this nice, beautiful brown. I think it helps frame it.
Yeah, nice, nice.
I was going to do black, but black was a little too much.
Yeah. When I'm on the fly, I just can't. I can't do triangles. I have
This
to
was my
plan.
first time ever doing pinwheels, and oh my gosh, some of them did not line up perfectly, but others came out so beautifully. And I did every one of my seams open,
Hmm.
and it just came out so gorgeous, and I love it.
Nice, nice. Anel the rocker chick. Hey Lisa.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So Lisa sent some quilts to me to donate to my volunteer place. I donate quilts to the hospital, and Lisa sent some quilts to me. And Lisa, they were a hit. They loved it. The families that received them were so grateful. So thank you very much, Lisa.
That is so amazing. Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Hey, Giovanna. And hi, Lisa. Just dawned on me I did not say hello. Bad manners.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy sewing. I just refilled my bobbin and everything. I got my sashing cut up. So what all are you up to today, Janice? Since you're on
So
vacay.
yeah, well, it's not really vacation. We came to pick up my son.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's at our best friend's house. They have teenagers. We don't. So,
Oh,
well, my daughter is now 20 and she's working and going to school, so she doesn't have any time. And he claims he's bored. So, but it's
teenagers are
time.
always bored.
Yes.
They
So
can
it's
have every
time.
electronical device known to mankind and be bored.
Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, we're moving, as some of you may already know, and I will not venture into his closet. No, no,
That's his
no.
danger zone.
So, yep. So he has to come home and pack, at least. So
Yeah, I
we're,
used to tell my boys, I'm like, I don't care how you keep your room. It could be a pigsty for all I care. I'm not going in there and I'm not cleaning it.
yep. So,
I'm like, and you're responsible for coming out here to get your laundry once I wash and dry and fold it. I'm like, because I'm not going in there.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. The teenage boys.
Yeah, they're a whole new breed.
So I don't know what's clean and what's dirty in his room, and his his dresser, the drawers are empty. Go figure.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
I do not miss
so,
those days in one bit.
so, but I think I don't know. We may allow him to stay another week and then come home, because, to be honest, I don't have the wherewith, the bandwidth to entertain him. So,
Oh gosh, yes. I remember my youngest one and everything whenever as he was growing up. It was crazy. I mean, half the time he's like, "Mom, I'm bored."
I'm
I'm
bored.
like,
I'm
"But you
bored.
have like so much stuff you could do."
Yeah,
Either
yeah.
that or, oh my gosh, if you try to make them go outside to play.
Oh,
They're like, "But it's hot. There's nothing to do."
yeah, yeah. I've told my kids growing up, and my students too, if you're bored, it means you're boring.
I always tell mine, I'm like, "If you're bored, I can give you stuff to clean." Same model that my mom used to do with me when I was younger. I'm like, there's stuff that can be cleaned. I got plenty of things I can give you to do. They're like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, well, then you need to find something to preoccupy your time with.
Yep.
Like,
Teenagers.
pull out the garden hose and run through the sprinkler.
Yeah. There's so much
I'm
to
like, there's
do.
so many things you can do. Use your imagination, son.
Yeah. When they were younger, I would have No, I was also younger. When they were younger, I had more energy. And I would do no phone Fridays, no technology Tuesdays, and stuff like. And then we would no television Thursdays, and then
Hey, Russ. Hey, Nancy. Thank you.
hey Nancy, hi Ross, and then we would go exploring, or we would go do a scavenger hunt, or we'd do a science experiment or something. That was when I was younger. No, they need to entertain themselves.
Russ says, why would we go outside when we spent so much effort perfecting inside?
That's funny.
And
Yeah.
then, see, I think it was, let me look here. Yep, Giovanna wants to know, where are you from?
I am from Jamaica in the Caribbean, the little island in the Caribbean, just in case you think I'm from Queens. um, yes, that's so true, Lisa. When I was growing up in Jamaica I would be outside all the time exploring. My grandmother would call us in for lunch. She'd stand at the door and shout, and we'd run from all corners. But when I had kids, I would not let them outside by themselves. I'd have to go out with them. So that is so true.
Mama Debbie, you had me lost for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, where's Sean? I miss Sean. She goes, yes, Sean, I totally agree. And then she goes, sorry, Russ. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see the guy who sews or Modi lasagna in here. It's only two Seans I know of.
I thought you had a Nigerian accent. Yeah, a lot of people think that. Well, that's where we are from culturally or historically.
All I know is I love your accent. I was talking to my mom this morning on the phone when I first got up. And she's like, so who's your guest today on your channel? I'm like, this girl named Janice. I'm like, she's in North Carolina. I'm like, but she's got this beautiful accent. I have a thing for accents. I love them. I think because I'm jealous of the fact that I grew up in Tennessee, so all I have is a Southern accent half the time.
Okay. I'm
And when
glad
I
you
talk
said.
to my little brothers that still live in Tennessee, it gets really strong right after I talk to them.
Okay, so I can't find my thread.
How did you lose your thread?
Well, remember, I'm not at home, so maybe I took it.
Oh, okay, the spool of thread. I thought you meant the thread attached
Fool.
to the machine. I'm like, how do you lose that?
uh, I do have this little case that I got at Walmart, and I travel with it,
Uh-huh. I
and
love those kits.
it does have some thread in it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if it works. But when this this is entirely too funny. I, oh my goodness.
Yeah, gotta love the live streams. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yes. At least
I'm like,
there's a bobbin in there with thread in it. At
that's
least.
okay because I'm getting ready to start ironing and realize I never plugged in my iron. I'm about to redo last week and everything where I decided to iron without the iron on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Giovanna says I have a lot of Nigerian friends. Also, my best friend is from, I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, so if I don't, I'm sorry, but Angola?
Oh, Angola.
Okay, thank
Angola.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a lot of Nigerian friends too. Janice, is your Jamaican family all right? Lots of damage from the hurricane. So my family is scattered across the island. So my family members that are on the east, southeast coast, the hurricane went along the south coast of Jamaica towards the west. And so my family members on the southeast coast were okay, but my family members in the west and west central parts of the island were badly hit by the hurricane. Thankfully, my father and my family in the central part of Jamaica, they are okay. They have no power and no water still, but they're okay. And in Jamaica, in Kingston, my family in Kingston, they have received their power has been restored.
That is amazing that they're all okay though,
Yeah.
which is the most important part. Everything else is repairable.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. 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 This time of year in the Caribbean is, there are a lot of hurricanes. Usually between June and November, that's the hurricane season.
So what you're telling me is if I ever want to go visit the Caribbeans or anything like that down south, go during like January.
Yes, winter or fall or spring, not summer. We have
Always,
two seasons in the Caribbean. We have the hot wet season and the cool dry season.
see here in Michigan, we also have two seasons. We have winter and we have the orange construction barrel season. Because if there's not snow and ice on the ground, then there's orange construction barrels everywhere you go.
That's funny.
And it seems like they take forever to do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, Aisha.
Success. It is sewing. This is my first time sewing with black thread. I always sew with Dove Gray.
See, I always do either black, white, or a cream. When I'm piecing, I don't really pay that much attention to what color my thread is. Unless like it's like all black, then of course I'm going to use a darker color.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, then I really don't stress over it. Like this here, I'm actually using like a cream that's like blends right in with this cream colored here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, don't really worry too much over it. So
Yeah.
I always wanted to go on a cruise.
Me too.
Never had the opportunity yet, but I've always wanted to. Figure
Yeah.
maybe one of these days I'll get to go.
Yeah.
Once I get to that part of my bucket list.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Thank you for coming, love.
Yeah. I would love to go on a cruise. That's on my bucket list to go on a cruise, um, but not to Jamaica.
I think doing like a quilting cruise would be really fun.
Yes, yes. I think so too. The only thing I worry about is motion sickness.
Yeah, that I would probably had to bring something for and everything just to be on the safe side because I've only been on a boat a few times, like a handful of times,
Mhm.
and they were like small boats, not going super fast.
Well, we have these islands off the coast of Jamaica, and we would get on boat rides to go over there to those islands every now and then. And it was scary because those little tiny boats, you're like the edge of the boat is level with the water as you're going across, and
No, thank you.
it's scary.
I don't want to be so close where I could easily try and something could easily just like essentially swim into the boat. Too many horror movies of that.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's see here.
Man, yeah.
So Rob says you've not lived until you cruised. I love Grand Cayman. Awesome. I'll have to check that out eventually then.
I'd love to go to Alaska on a cruise or a European cruise. Would be nice. Hi, Joyce. Oh no, Lily. She said I hate cruises. My last cruise, I wanted to jump off the ship. Why? Very nice. That's very nice. And I love the creams and the brown. I can't hear you. Yes, I would go to the Bahamas simply because I haven't been there.
Okay, is
Um,
that better, Mary G? I
yes,
just happened to notice my microphone went off.
yes, I
But
can hear you.
I just had to tap it. It fell asleep for some reason.
Yes, I need the story.
Okay, good. Ooh, 80s cruise. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would be dancing the entire time.
Yep, that's what I best years for music. The
Yes,
80s.
definitely.
That's what I tell my daughter. Tell her that Gen Z has nothing on Gen X
Oh heck.
in terms of music and entertainment. Hmm.
Hey, June Hansen. But see, Lily, that's the fun part about cruises is you're essentially on the boat long enough just to go to different locations, and then you get to go off and explore and visit everything.
where was your cruise, Lily? Where did you go to? Sorry, but boomers are the originator of it all.
Say
I
what?
I don't know, Deb. I don't know. I think, you know, Gen X, we saw the most innovation and the best music. Think about it.
Yes,
Think about
80s is the best music. Sorry, Mama, I
it.
love you, but 80s is the best. 80s win, hands down.
Yep.
We got the hair bands. We got the boy bands.
Not sure about the black. Should I take the black out? I'm not sure about the black.
Actually, I think most of the boy bands are probably from like the a little bit of every generation. Now, if you let my husband pick the genre of music, it'd be the 80s heavy metal. Because he's a Metallica and all that.
No, sorry, without our rock and Led Zeppelin, you wouldn't have anything.
Oh yes, Led Zeppelin was massively a major thing.
Uh,
Okay, I'll give you that, Mom. Y'all paid the way for us.
but
There.
we took it to major heights. You can't deny
Yeah.
that. Can't deny.
We took what you started and we perfected it.
Yep.
I'm so getting in trouble with Mama Debbie later, I promise. I can just see the fingers shaking now at me. Oh my God, yes, definitely Jackson 5.
Oh,
Jackson 5 is like number one, top of the game.
love the Jackson
Mama Debbie goes, yes, you are, Danelle.
She says you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I love Jimi Hendrix.
Anytime she gets after me, she gives me that finger shake.
Janice like to get the LED out. Joplin rules.
Yes, Joplin is amazing as well. Mama, I said, don't even get me started on Michael Jackson. Oh my God, Michael Jackson is my number one idol.
I was so in love with him when I was a preteen / teen.
Okay, so I got a really good story about Michael Jackson. So I went to a carnival with my brothers and my mom when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I played this one carnival game and won one of those like mirrors that has like the engraving of pictures on it and stuff, but it was like his face, Michael
Mm-hmm.
Jackson's face on there. I came home from school, and at this time I was like Michael Jackson crazy. So I came home from school the next day, and the oldest of my two younger brothers shattered it. So, and here I am, 5, 6 years old. My idol's mirror is shattered, and I knew who did it. So I called him into my room to come play with the Matchbox cars. I shut the door behind him, and my mom says she walked in, and I was sitting there choking him, and his face was blue.
Oh wow.
I'm like, you do not touch my Michael Jackson.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a mess. I was a handful.
So my machine, this machine is not really working anyway, but it does not like the black thread.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Oh, so
It
sorry.
looks so lovely on the top, but it doesn't like the black thread at all.
Yeah. Oh, hon, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
Well, we could always just sit here and chat.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a sew. It's getting steamy in here with my iron anyway, even with my air conditioner on.
Oh no.
So, what all do you have going on your channel?
On unfortunately, I've not been doing a lot of videos because I'm getting ready to move and I've been focusing on packing. But the last video I believe was I've been doing lives. Um, so the last live I did the Tree of Life, the Tree of Life PMQ Clue
Uh
6.
huh.
And yeah, mostly that's what I've been doing. I'm doing lives and so on. I wrote a journal, published a journal which is available on Amazon, which was a summer goal of mine. And so that I spent some time focusing on that as well. And yeah, so I'm going to be continuing with the lives and just continuing to.
I love your live
So,
streams and everything. I don't always get to catch them when you're live, but I always go back and watch the replay because a lot of times, a lot of content creators seem to come on while I'm working.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Well,
And
I'm
some of them I actually got to wait until like I'm after work so that way there I can really actually focus in on what's going on because otherwise when I'm working it's like okay, if only partially listening.
yeah, yeah. There's so many lives. It's impossible for me to keep up with them when they're live, and I do
Yes.
try as much as possible to get them on the replay. But
Yeah, I love that
sometimes,
watch later button.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's just life. Life just happens, and
Yes.
you get sidetracked a bit. But yeah.
So are
I
you still moving like where you're moving? Is it still gonna be in North Carolina or are you
was
moving outside the state?
still in North Carolina. I'm just moving to another apartment complex.
Okay.
So my husband, my family and I, we are in, I've never mentioned this on the channel before, but we're in the immigration process.
Okay.
And so that involves a lot for those of you who have migrated before. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So we were hoping that this move to Durham, where we are now, would be our last move into before we move into our own home, which is our goal. But some things happened at the apartment complex that made me feel like, we need to go. So
The
we're
chat's still
moving
going on with the music.
with the music. Yes, carry on, carry on.
I'm
Let's
like, hey,
see.
they can do their own thing. And yes,
Hey,
Madonna, Prince, Queen,
Boomers
all
one,
of them,
Gen X
amazing.
two. Ha ha ha. Yeah. So
Cannot forget Prince. Oh my gosh.
even yes, so maybe they themselves were boomers. I get that, but their music was popular in the 80s.
I agree. See, 80 still the rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa says her mom lives in Durham.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've been in Durham for almost 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we were in Fayetteville before.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, I don't
Yes.
have a whole lot going on this week and everything, so I'm hoping to catch up on some projects. I
Mhm.
got some Project Dress a Girl dresses I did receive um from Donna over at Handmade by Ying that I'll be putting together. She's already got it all cut out, so I'll be putting those together sometime this week and getting those sent back out to her. I thought about doing it on a live stream, but I've never done them before. So I'm like, no. Y'all
Yes.
ain't gonna see me mess up that much. Especially when I have no clue what I'm gonna be doing. So at the very least on the first one, I gotta I gotta do it along with one of her videos. So that way there I can make sure and know what I'm doing before I do it on a live stream. I
Yeah.
gotta at least make myself look somewhat knowledgeable here.
So I started doing donation quilts for a hospital in, not in Durham, but near enough.
Okay.
And and that has been great. I love that. My goal is to be a cuddler in a hospital. I love volunteering. I think it's something that we all should do. And
What is a color?
cuddler. So that's you go into the hospital and you hold babies. Isn't that just the best thing?
You can volunteer for that?
Yes. So
Oh, that'll give me a whole complete baby fit.
yeah. Yes, because for those of us who we're done with having our own babies, we can get a little fix and then go back home. But these babies,
I don't know if I'd ever leave. They might have to start putting me on the payroll or at least a cot in the corner or something. Oh my gosh. My husband be like, are you coming home at all? No, there's babies here.
yeah.
I'm like, there's babies that I don't have to ruin my body for.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's so
these
funny because
babies,
anytime anything hurts and everything, I'm like, this is your fault.
yeah.
I'm like, I had the perfect figure and you ruined me.
Yes. Yes. It reminds me of a conversation I had with my daughter, which I cannot say on the
I can already think of how that one probably went.
but I'm like, listen, this is your fault.
Oh goodness gracious. The things we sacrifice for our babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're all so worthwhile.
Yes. And what I say too is this body is beautiful. Look at what it did.
Yes.
Look at what it did.
It did exactly what God intended.
Yep. Yeah. So that was I was on my way to becoming a cuddler when COVID hit, and then they stopped allowing volunteers in the hospital,
Yeah,
and
so does the babies took way too much.
right, too much risk,
So
and
how do you
they
go about
just
getting started for that something like that?
well, you have to go on the hospital's website and look at their volunteers page and see what they need volunteers for.
Okay.
So they've just resumed taking in new volunteers in the hospitals in North Carolina that are near me. But they resumed taking the people who had already been vetted and so on. They
Okay.
resumed that, but they've not. They've just started taking in new volunteers.
Yeah, because I'm sure they probably got to do like background checks and all that to make sure that
Yes.
there's like no crazy person coming in to steal babies.
Yes.
No crazy person like me.
But they need a lot of volunteers for various areas. And
Mike, you had to
what
give
did
the
he
baby
say?
back to Nell.
What did he say?
He goes to Nell, you have to give the baby back. See, my big brother already knows me. I'd want to bring it, but officer, it followed me home. I tried telling it to go back to mommy and daddy, but it wouldn't listen.
It wouldn't listen. It's a baby's fault. every year as a teacher, I want to rescue some of my students. So I can just imagine what it's like leaving those babies. Every year I come home and say to my husband, "Can we adopt?" And he was like, "What happened now?"
Well, see, I keep telling my youngest one, I'm like, you don't have to raise the baby because I know you're not at the stage where you can afford nor have the time to take care of it because y'all are young. Just have it and bring it over. I'll raise it. Bring me the baby. And then I talked
Um,
to my mother-in-law and she's like, okay. She goes, you can have it until it's 2 and then I'll take it until it's 13 and then we'll send it home. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, Mom. Great plan.
I actually tell my kids the opposite. I'm like, don't think you can just drop your baby off. I'll
Oh
be
no, see,
traveling. I'll be on a cruise somewhere. You'll have to make a schedule.
oh no, see, I've even told all my friends that had babies, I'm like, do you need a babysitter? I'm like, I'm free. I don't charge. Just bring baby, diapers and bottles. I won't charge you at all. I just want baby time.
I won't charge either, but they'll have to make a schedule because I'm not gonna be sitting at home just waiting. I'll be doing all the
As long as
things.
they promise to pick it up by the time it's 2 years old, I'm happy. Once they start getting mouthy, they gotta go.
Yep.
Hey, KD. Hey, Mona. She
Hi,
goes,
Mona.
darn, I had you waiting and missed most of it.
Oh no.
No worries. You know you can always catch the replay, girl.
Mike says, Janice, you're very sweet. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, Mike.
Janet, or Giovanna, Danelle, you sound like a maniac. I'm not. I just love babies. I love babies, and they're so cute and cuddly, and I just get bummed out because I can't have any more.
Who can relate to Donnell?
Come on,
Give
put
a
a
show of
heart in the
hands.
chat if you love babies and you bummed out because you can't have no more. So you always volunteer to watch other people's babies. I know I'm not the only crazy person here.
I don't know. Let's see. Uh,
I would never steal anybody's babies or anything like that. So I just like to have a little bit of cuddle time. They don't cry when they're in your arms being cuddled and loved on. As long as you don't show fear, Giovanna, they don't cry. They sense fear. Just like a dog, they sense fear.
and they cry and cry and cry.
I can't say nothing about the whole diaper changes because I already got to change Loki's diaper all the time. So Loki is my 15-year-old Yorkie. He is partially not even gonna say partially, mostly blind, so he can see like shadows, and that's about it. He is deaf. He's urinary incontinent, so he wears diapers. He lets me know once they're dirty, so I can change them. Or whenever he's got to do a number 2, he'll tell me, and I'll take him outside. And he's got food allergies and no teeth, so he's on a very special wet food diet. So
Wow.
it's like having an infant all over again. And he loves being cradled.
Oh wow.
I can actually try and turn him on his back and cradle him right here in my arms, and he'll just lay there and go to sleep.
Oh.
Is my baby.
I'm sorry, Donnell, I cannot relate.
That's okay. I just have a complex where I love taking care of taking care of babies or anything, technically anything and anyone that just needs care.
Oh,
I love being able to be a caregiver.
yeah,
I think it's what I do my best. So I love it. It makes me happy to take care of people and animals and all. So
it's nice.
let's see. So Rob wants to know, Janice, when you lived in Jamaica, did you ever go to Dunn's River Falls or is it too touristy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went to Duns River Falls many, many times. It's one of our favorite places. Have you been there? I gather you have.
Hey, Samantha.
That's probably one of the touristy things that Jamaicans, most Jamaicans would experience, would go and do.
Now, what is it? Is it just like
It's
a,
it's a huge waterfall in
ooh,
Jamaica, and the river runs into the ocean, into the sea. So you have the beach, and then you have the waterfall, and it's lovely. It's really lovely, and you can walk up the waterfall all the way up to the top,
oh, wow.
and they have guides that will take you up there in a train. You're holding hands in a train, but I dare you to go without the guide. I dare you.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. They have
And,
guides for a reason.
but it's boring going with a guide.
But
And
it's
you can they
safe.
have little
A guide ensures I get to go home.
hey June.
So Rob says, yes, he's been there many moons ago.
Yeah. And I don't know what it was like when you went there, Rob, but in the early days it was very rustic, and you just had the waterfall, and then you could take your food and so on. Now they have a craft market on the compound. They have seating areas, and so on. So they've developed it a lot over the years. It's lovely. If you get a chance to go to Ocherius or anywhere on the north coast, plan on you should plan on going to Duns River Falls.
Hi, Jamie, the quilting compound.
Hi,
And
Jamie.
he and Rob says he did it without the guide.
There you go. You go. Wasn't it exciting? And they have these little pools that you can dive in, and they have these little areas in the falls that you can slide down, you can jump into a hole. It's just a lot of fun.
Hey, Laura.
Who needs a guide? Wing it. Exactly.
No problem, Mona. Tell Mama to hi.
Hi, Laura.
Coffee's in the microwave. Yep. She said onions and green peppers are fine, just not the sausage for her. Sorry, my son asking questions. He's starting to do the prep for the little brunch with my mom and dad.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's because of my mom's liver disease as well as heart disease and all, then she's on a very, very strict diet of what she can and cannot have. So he was coming in to double check on what goes into her food. So because she cannot have like salt, butter, um, sausages, any type of red meats whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
because they want her on like no adding salt. If she gets any processed foods like canned goods, she has to rinse them really good to try to wash off any excess salt that may be on them before she cooks them.
Wow.
Yeah, because she's actually going in for a heart catheter. for angiogram and angioplasty on the 24th because she's got a lot of calcium built up in her heart and her uh veins and all.
Well, prayers for your mom,
Thank
Donnell.
you. She'll be okay. She's a trooper. I come from a very long line of fighters, so because my grandmother, she lived until she was, I think, 76, and she passed from lung cancer back in 2018. But it was like that woman never had a driver's license. She was a
Mm-hmm.
bartender that bartended in high heels up
Wow.
until her like 60s.
Wow.
And she walked back and forth, even in the snow, in the middle of winter in Michigan. I'm like,
Wow.
you crazy. I'm like, you absolutely crazy, lady.
That reminds me of Shaggy's song, Strength of a Woman.
Yes.
Strength of a woman.
Ooh, Rock said they also did the water tube down the river.
Nice.
Hey, Liana.
Hey, Liana.
Yep, Giovanna,
Yes.
no fatty foods.
Hmm.
Hey, Kathy. Thanks for coming in, love.
Oh,
All right, so I think we are going to go ahead and start getting ready to end it here. Do you have
mhm.
anything coming up this week or anything on your channel that you want to talk about or
Um, if you shop on Amazon, use my link.
and where can they find your link at?
They can find it at the in the on my community page or at the in any video in the description box.
Okay, so
And check out the journal. Sorry for the the shameless plug.
oh, hey, no worries. And her link is also in the description of this video. So that way there, if you have not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button and give her a bunch of likes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey Samantha, I see that. She said she loves Shaggy. Nice.
Yes, gotta love Shaggy. But so tomorrow I will be live. I have at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I have no idea what I'm working on yet. Probably this still.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. Make sure if you get out and about that you smile because you never know whose day you're going to change.
Yes. Yes.
Bye,
Absolutely.
guys.
Bye.